So, can you describe like the process, your journey coming to the United States from the Philippines?
Okay, actually, first, my best friend asked a favor from me who lives in here in Daly City. And then she told me to do something for her. And then after a month, because she asked a favor of to make she was asking me if I could contact someone in the Philippines for the what do you call this, the invitations. And then after I did that, send those things to her, that's the time she told me that, hey, do you have a boyfriend, or are you seeing someone? And then I said to him, oh no, I don't have a boyfriend, they're just a headache. So anyway, so after that, I said to her, hey, maybe you could hook me up with someone. But back then I was looking for puti,
Puti.
Caucasian. Kasi I believe back then yung what really matters, because when you're young you really don't know, you're not really thinking. So back then I was like, I want to have a children with blue eyes, with blonde hair, something like that. I want cute children. So after that, she told me that, oh, meron akong kaibigan, I have a friend here and he's still single. And then I said, oh, okay, could you hook me up? Yeah, sure. Okay, but you have to send me a picture. Okay, I'll send you my picture. So I did send my picture to her. And then after a few weeks, she replied. Actually, she called me. And then she told me that, oh, Kathy, did you receive any card or letter from my friend? And I said, which friend? Oh, the one that I was hooking up with you. I said, oh, really? I said, and then she said, I said to her, and then she said, did you receive the letter? I said, no, not yet. So after a few more days, I received a card, and then I found out it was a Filipino. And then I said, Filipino. So anyways, and I said to my friend when she called me, I said to her, Nel, I told you I don't like anybody else but Caucasian. Puti! I want white guys! And then she said, wala akong kaibigan na white guys dito. Sabi ko, anak ng patay. How my dream will come through this time? Kung wala akong, paano magkakaroon ng blonde na anak? Kung ganyan. So, and then anyways, sabi niyang ganon, Kathy, you know what? My friend is really, really nice. I don't care if it is the nicest guy on earth. I want something really cute. And then, yeah, because Auntie Kathy is really, oh, well, whatever. And then, so, after that, he sent me a letter, that card, and then I didn't respond for 2 months because I don't like it. I want a white guy. So, my mom was so mad at me because of the way I was thinking. Kathy, come on, just give it a try. I said, why? What for? It's just a waste of time, and plus the stamp is $5. Actually, back then, 4 pesos. 4 pesos, it's a huge money for me back then. And then, after a while, tumawag ulit sa akin yung best friend ko, Kathy, will you please answer him because he's really sad. Because I talked to him, if you responded already. So I ko, anak ng patay. Okay, to make the story short, I did. So, okay, and then I made a letter until that's the start. Until one day, I found myself always waiting outside the house from the postmaster, and, hey, do I have my letter? I always ask him that, and he's just, no, you don't have. Catherine Cortez? No, nothing. And then until na a few more months, we're exchanging a lot of letters. Like I receive, I will say, 4 to 5 letters a week. And actually, back then, kasi wala pang email noon. So it takes a week for, let's say he send me, let's say I send him a letter. I send it Monday. The following Monday, marireceive ni Uncle Jun mo. So after that, so, but as what I've said, yeah, I received like 4 to 5 letters a week. And then, pero tumatawag na siya, pero it's too expensive back then kasi wala pa mga prepaid phone card back then. So, I still remember na there was a time your Uncle Jun told me na he paid $700 something just yung phone bill for a month. And I said, oh my gosh, and until now that's too much, because we're talking until na the way we were talking, it's like there's something going on, even though we didn't see each other yet. Even though we're just still talking on the phone. Now, I saw his pictures. He sent me a lot of pictures. I did the same thing. Pero parang the way we talk on the phone and through the letters, parang we have a mutual understanding already. And then, until one day, he said to me na, oh, by the way, this was back in 1993, May 1993. That was I still remember, May 1993 was the month and year na when he sent me the first card. And then I wrote him back July 1993. So somewhere in September, October of 1993, he told me na I will go to the Philippines and to meet you. And I said, huh? But the thing is, like, I'm ugly. I told him I'm ugly because I was thinking na, oh my gosh, if he sees me, then he's gonna lose his interest because I'm so ugly. So anyways, so January, beginning of January 1994, that's the time we met each other. And then yeah, he went to our place and he met me. He brought 2 big bags of chocolate. And I said, oh my God, I cannot believe it, because nobody brought that much chocolate, as if like I'm gonna have diabetes back then. So, and then I was so happy because the way he looked at me is still, he's like, he likes me. The way I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared, because not scared of him, but scared that where we gonna go from here. And then so after that, just few weeks, he was just there for a few weeks, until he said, before he go back to here in America, he said to my mom that I will be back in June, that was on June 1994, to marry me. And then my mom said to him, no, you cannot do that. You cannot, if you want, because if you guys are really meant for each other, you have to wait for a year. If you want, you come back here next year, January 1995, bring your mom and dad. That's the time you guys will get married. But now, no, because you just met my daughter, and there's no way I will say yes, even though she's not minor. Because aside from that, back in the Philippines, kasi even though you're old enough, you're over 18 or 21, but you're still single, you're still under your parents, like whatever they tell you rules, you have to follow, because if you don't like the rules, for them, the door is wide open and leave. So like that. So and then of course, even though I was working part-time, I was still under with my mom and dad's like the roof, so I have to follow whatever they say. So we did that. So in that 1 year, we're still writing each other letters. He keeps calling me. In a week, he calls me like 2-3 times a week. And then he tells me about America. But the thing is, like, I'm not really focusing myself about America. I just want to be with him. It's like I have a boyfriend, an invisible boyfriend. And some of my classmates or friends back then were like saying na, do you really have a boyfriend? Yung parang it's kind of tough, because you want to know someone's the real him, and but you can't, kasi nga yung wala hindi mo yung what do you call, how will you say this, yung hindi mo talaga ma-experience through relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend, because it was a long distance relationship. So anyways, so I was the one who fixed everything. Like was the one who picked the color, the motif of our, yung sa wedding namin. Tapos, I was the one who wanted to, oh, this is the kind of invitation I want. I have no one to ask but myself. Because back then, as what I said, wala ngang mga internet or Skype para mapakita, this is the color, this is yung nothing. So, I do it on my own. I just kept telling him on the phone, and he always says yes. He never say no. He say yeah. And then it's kind of, I would say, I was happy every time I talked to him. I received a letter. Yeah, I was happy back then, but happy that he's next to me, no, not really. And then when there's occasions, he will send me money, and then to buy whatever I want. I could eat with my mom and dad wherever I want. Pero yung presence niya, I'm not really happy with it. So after a year, January 1995, January 21st, 1995. That was the big day. And then we got married, and then from there, he was still there for another 2 weeks. Then he flew back here in America. So I left there by myself. And I was so sad because I experienced to be like with him, even though for a few weeks. And then he was gone. And then it was really painful for me and for him. But I think it's for me. It's for more on me. And then and then there was a time that I was asking him na, did you file the petition already? And then he said, oh yes, I did. Oh, I don't think so, because how come until now I'm still here? And then he said, honey, it takes a while. It's not just like overnight. So because back then they said it takes 6 months to process. When you petition your spouse, it takes 6 months for them to get here in America. But in my case, it took me more than that. Like 9
months?
9 months like that, or 10 months. Kasi it was my fault. I received the letter. I misunderstood the letter from the Philippines immigration, and they were telling me to report there. I did not. So there were months I wasted, and then I sent him that letter, and then he said, honey, it says in here you have to report there, you have to go there. Oh my gosh. So that's why I came here in America. That was November 21st, 1995.